distinguished Minister of Barbados has been tasked by CARICOM to address this statement that is before you, and I really wonder whether she would mind if I were to say a few words at this stage prior to the break, so that there is some clarity as to the CARICOM position on this. And I'm seeking to address you in this capacity because, of course, the ambassador of Guyana was one of the 3 members of the team identified to negotiate this document with the other members of OAS. And that team got a renewal of its mandate this morning. The chair of the CARICOM group indicated after the 2 teams met and finalized or arrived at an agreement onto a common document, indicated that we should meet prior to this meeting being convened. And I think due to the challenges maybe of weather and distance, that meeting could not have been held. I don't really want to bring the problems or inefficiencies of CARICOM to this group. We are not in a CARICOM meeting. But I just want to confirm, as you have said, that the document before us that carries the imprimatur of the two, if you like, of the negotiators, the 6 countries that negotiated on our behalf, is not entirely a new document. We have been working on it since May the 31st. And for what it's worth, let me just mention to you that the document that St. Vincent purports to be its own document and which it has submitted in its name is a document which had been looked at by CARICOM heads, and in the decision of the heads of CARICOM who sought to ensure that the maximum assistance be given in arriving at a common position within the OAS, that the representatives of CARICOM were to negotiate exhibiting flexibility. Those 2 words are contained in the CARICOM heads' decision. And we are here as representatives of CARICOM with a mandate from our heads to negotiate, not to dictate to the rest of the group, but to negotiate and to show flexibility. I believe, Mr. Chairman, that at an earlier time, and even in that decision, they called upon the CARICOM negotiators to bear in mind the broader principles which are captured both in the OAS and the CARICOM and OAS document and the initial CARICOM document, principles of non-interference, non-intervention, respect for human rights, respect for the rule of law, and the other elements. Some countries are right in saying that they may not have seen the final words that have been captured in the document, but as you know, the document as it appears before us, 99% of it contains both the words, the phrasing, and the language that have been considered by CARICOM states, including at 9:30 this morning. So there is no new document before us that should shock or surprise members, and I have no difficulty, no objection to the suggestion that member states be given additional time to have a look at what was finally agreed. But I believe also, and the CARICOM Secretariat is represented here, that the document as negotiated was sent to the CARICOM Secretary General, and CARICOM states would have themselves, in addition to the Secretariat, conveyed these to their heads. All our discussions are normally at referendum, and there is nothing different on this occasion, that if these particular countries believe that they have instructions from home that don't allow them to support it, then that is a question for them. But I think it is unfortunate to represent a situation in which countries would have been participating in a negotiation continuously, a negotiation both in Washington, participating in the meeting, also since arriving in Cancun, should have been at a meeting at 1:45 this afternoon. for them to say that they are shocked or completely unaware of the contents of a document before them, because that is at variance with my own understanding as what is going on. I'm sorry to have perhaps wandered into the internal problems of CARICOM, but I think it is important that we understand and expose perhaps some of the challenges that may have given rise to what is a very unfortunate set of statements regarding this document. Thank you very much. I'm sorry if Barbados would have wanted to treat with it in her own time. I'm just asking your forgiveness for that. Thank you.